What's up, YouTube? Jet Fuel EDC here, and tonight got a knife on loan. Gonna show you. So this, my friends, comes by way of BigRedEDC. So thank you, JB, for loaning me this guy. I've been wanting to check this guy out for a little bit, so JB was nice enough to lend it to me, and let me get some hands-on experience with it and see if I like it or I don't like it. So let's check it out. So this is the Civivi Shard. Obviously, it's the We Knives budget line that they have going on. As you can see, you got G10 handles, carbon fiber overlays on both sides. You got a G10 backspacer, titanium pocket clip, this pocket clip is right or left hand tip up carry only. As you can see, I don't know what the deal is with knives and not putting that extra screw in there. I don't understand it. But if you were to switch it over to the left hand tip up, you'd have to take the fastener from this side and put it in that. The ZT-0470 did that too. I didn't pay attention if the Atmos did it, but the ZT-0470 did do it. And when I got mine, I thought, oh man, I lost a fastener. Kind of the same way I took this apart and I cleaned it, and I wanted to see what was going on the inside. And I didn't notice it before, but I looked at some pictures that I had taken of it after I got it, and sure enough, it didn't have that fastener when I got it. So not quite sure why they do that. I guess to save thousands of screws, who knows. But anyways, let's get back into it. It is a manual opening flipper. You can use the flipper tab. You can Spidey open it. It's a little rough. It's not terrible, but it is a liner lock. As you can see, you're pretty well locked up there. Nice and solid, no side to side, no front to back. Excellent centering. The lockup on it, you're probably at about 50%, somewhere in there. Let's try and get that to focus a little bit. There we go. Yeah, probably about 40 or 50% there. So it's really well locked up. As I was saying, the centering on it, very solid, straight on. You do have the stainless steel, milled out, Scarface style gold liners on this one again. I really wish that they would get away with it from that, but I think I'm going to take one of mine apart. One of my gold ones, maybe the Naja or the Praxis, and attempt to do a mod. See what I can do to get that gold off of there. As you can see, you got a full flat grind, a D2 drop point blade, a real nice oversized sharpening choil, and the flipper tab acts as a finger guard. It is a satin finish on the blade. Kind of wish they would have did a little stone wash or something, just to kind of break up the monotony, like other companies are doing, but they didn't. It's not terrible. Let's see if we can get it to focus in on it. There you go. There's D2 steel and a little bit of knife pivot lube on there. As you can see, the action on this guy is superb. Civivi has their detent just dialed in. It's great. Let's see. Let's get a little length on it here. So you're looking at just over 4 inches closed. About 4 1/8. You're open just over 7, about 7 1/8, somewhere in there. The blade itself, just shy of 3, and the cutting edge is let's see, almost 2 3/4. This thing, the fidget friendliness of this knife is phenomenal. All like with all the Civivis, the flippability, ease of deployment, it's pretty awesome. So as you can see, the width back there on the spine, the .12, 0.116, however you want to look at it, and the handle thickness at its thickest part is going to be 0.545. Get the scale out, do a little weight here. At 3.14 ounces and 90 grams. So as you can see, it's a very light knife. It's a sub 3-inch blade, which a lot of people need that for where they live based off of their knife laws and things. So with that spec data out of the way, this thing comes in at about, I think $68. I think that's they run $68 for their higher level, and then $42.50 for their lower level knives. So with that being said, my dislikes on this knife, I can't figure out why, but this knife doesn't feel like a $68 knife to me. It really doesn't. When I hold other knives like this one, for instance, the Aquila, however you say it, this knife, it feels like a $68 knife. It's bulky. It's got a little heft to it. I don't know, aesthetically, it looks like a $68 knife. It feels like a $68 knife. I don't understand why, but this one doesn't. Maybe the weight. They changed the G10 on it for whatever reason. This is a really slick G10, and you know, it doesn't have any texture, and it's a lot more lightweight. Here's another example. The Corsair. The Corsair, it's more hefty. It's more, I don't know. It feels like more of a $68 knife. The Praxis, hefty. I would take the Praxis or the Backlash over the Shard. I just don't see the $68 value. I don't particularly care for the G10 scales. The carbon fiber, I'm usually a carbon fiber fan. I'm not a fan of their carbon fiber they got going on. And the pocket clip on this, it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't fit the theme. It's comfortable, sure. I mean, it no hot spots or nothing, but it just doesn't fit the theme of this knife to me. I think they should have put the, just that pocket clip there on there, and I think it would have done a lot better. It would have looked a lot better. Just because, that's the route they're going. They're putting the titanium pocket clips on there. I get it. The D2 blade steel, that kind of drives the cost up a little bit. Coming from the 9CR18 MOV, I think that's what what the lower level ones have. So that drives the cost up a little bit. But it's a smaller blade, it's a smaller knife, it's lighter. It doesn't feel like it's going to do the work that some of their first knives they came out with would do. With that being said, my likes. It's very comfortable. It's a very comfortable knife in hand. That finger guard, it grips in real well. There's jimping back here on the thumb ramp, jimping back there on the G10 backspacer. It's a comfortable knife in hand. It's a great slicer. That high flat grind they got going on there, I mean, this thing cuts. This isn't my knife, so I didn't beat on it too bad. I did cut about 10 strips of cardboard, you know, just to see how it cut. Handled it with ease. That it's a slicer. It cuts really well. And just like Civivi always does, I mean, snappy, 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 and you guessed it, snappy. Just amazing action. Love it. The action they have going on, they have it dialed in. It's superb. In my opinion, though, I don't see this knife being worth $68. I hate to be like that. I can't really find anything wrong with the knife. I mean, it's a good knife. I just don't feel it's worth the $68, and I don't feel that it compares to anything over here. Let me slide these up a little bit so you can see them. I don't feel that it compares to anything over here. I really don't. And that's 100% my opinion, and it really doesn't. It doesn't take away anything from this knife. This knife's still a good knife. It fits. It fits the build for a lot of customers. A lot of customers asked for this style knife, and they did it. I think this should have been the $42 range. It would have been a lot better suited for this knife, but that's just my opinion. It's still a good knife. Thank you once again to BigRedEDC for lending it to me. I truly appreciate that. That's awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys tonight. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.